What's up? Welcome to Making It Happen with Henry Amar. On this podcast episode, we have Flavor Flav. I am so excited for you to hear this episode. Flav is just a really high energy guy. Like, I talked to him on the phone first, and his energy was through the roof. I left feeling better than I did before I spoke with him, and I said, I have to have him on my podcast episode. I mean, his life experience, everything he's done, everything he's overcome in his life to get to where he is. He's a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. He's a Lifetime Achievement Award winner at the Grammys with his rap group. But above that, just his heart and his will and what he's overcome in his life and how much he's progressed and changed and continues to do that, and with a goal to just uplift people, was super cool for me to talk to him on a real note. Because a lot of times you see somebody and you see their persona, right, on who they are on the screen, and then you meet them. And with Flav, like, I not only learned to love him, but I had so much more, I guess you'd say, admiration and respect from after I spoke with him, just because of the realness of his conversation and just how much he cared. So I'm excited for you to hear this episode. Also, on a side note, I am doing a series of interviews. And so what's happening over the next course of the next few episodes is I'm doing interviews and I'm asking the same questions from people that have literally walked in all different walks of life. Flav has toured the world in the music industry, literally achieved so many things, top reality TV shows, everything. And everybody else is something different, whether it's someone that dove into neuroscience. And I want you to relate to the similar answers and the similarities between the different personalities, different energies, different groups of people that have come through this podcast, because I think you're really going to gain a lot of really cool information. I am super pumped for this episode. On another side note, I'm doing a mastermind. Join my mastermind. Click the link below. Check it out. It will be life-changing. It's a hand-selected group of people that will be the most impactful 8 weeks of your life. Definitely one of the most impactful 8 weeks of your life. I'm super excited to hear it. If you're ready for change, ready for the greatest shifts and transformations and empowerment in your life, click the link below and just check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. Back to this podcast episode. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Without further ado, as Flav would say, yeah, boy. Check it out.
Straight out of Los Angeles, California.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
You ready for this?
What's up, everybody? This is Henry Amar.
Welcome to Making It Happen with Henry Amar. Henry Amar.
Make it happen. Life.
What's up? Welcome to Making It Happen with Henry Amar. Today on the podcast, I got the one, the only, Flavor Flav. What's up, Flav?
What's up, Henry? How you doing, G?
Good, man. So happy you're here. Thank you.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, I told you we gonna get it done, right?
That's right. We did it.
I told you we gonna get this done, and if it's the last thing that I do, I was gonna make sure that I get your podcast done, bro.
I appreciate it.
Like I said I would.
That's right. That's right. You always keep your word, man. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, man. You know what were you saying?
I said you're welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah. You know, it's cool, Flav, because I've heard, you know, I knew of you, and then we have a mutual friend, and, she kept talking about how she literally, out of the words of her mouth, I wrote this down, she said, she doesn't know anyone with as much love, pure love as you.
Wow, that's big, man. That's big right there to me.
And when we were speaking on the phone, literally, the phone hung up, and my energy was, like, lifted by, like, 100 times more than it was before I spoke to you. So I appreciate you and your energy, man, and the love that you give. I appreciate that.
No doubt. Thank you. Thank you for all the love you give back to me, bro. You know what I mean? It means a lot.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. You know, it's Flav. Some people know you as the hype man, the Grammy Award, Lifetime Achievement winner, the Flavor of Love, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, all these things. But I know there's so much more depth to you, just from even our little conversation, or Jody or anybody else, one of our friends. Who would you say, if someone said, "Who's Flavor Flav?" What would you say? How would you introduce yourself?
Honestly, I would introduce myself as a musician.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I would introduce myself as a recording artist.
Yep.
I would introduce myself as a creator, an innovator.
That's right.
I would introduce myself as the greatest hype man alive, the first one in the rap music business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole nine.
That's right.
And also I would introduce myself as a person that's made a lot of great accomplishments in his life that a lot of other people might not be able to make in their lifetime. But God has blessed me to where I could be one of the people to make some certain accomplishments and shit, you know?
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. And I know you've been working at it. I know that you just continuously give. I mean, just off of my conversations with you. And, you know, I would love to dive in because I think you also represent like a philosophy of love. I know you had your show Flavor Flav, but I think you embody, like in our conversations, it always seems like you're trying to lift everybody around you. And what's your philosophy on like love? Like if someone said, what is love? Or Flav, what has been like a philosophy you have with other people or with love? What is your take on that?
Well, to me, love is the most, it's like love is like a real high form of understanding. You know what I'm saying? Amongst only the ones that's original about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the ones that's real about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love is easy to come by, but yet it's hard to come by.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the whole nine.
I hear you.
You know, it's not easy to find real love, but yet love is easy to come by because it's easy to find somebody to love you.
Right.
It just depends on who.
Right.
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
But love also has a bunch of different levels.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's a I love you level, and then there's I'm in love with you level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
In the
hear you.
whole nine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I mean, you know.
I
So
do.
love comes in all kinds of levels, man. You got to be careful how you use the word. But when you use the word, it's only right that you mean it.
I love
you
that.
got a lot of people that fakely uses it too. They say I love you, but they don't really love you. They jealous. They hate.
Right. It's
you know what I'm saying? When I tell somebody I love you, I really mean it from here.
Yeah.
From the bottom of my heart, I really love you.
Yeah.
No matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I love all races of people.
Amen.
I love all creeds of people. You know what I'm saying? And all colors of people.
That's right. That's right, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what love is, man. Love doesn't see color. Love doesn't see anything. Love is such a high form. It's past any of that stuff. And when we get into fear, people get into fear and they start dividing and getting into all these things. And fear is like the opposite of love, you know. And I have this whole thing like about love over fear, just stepping into love. And like, you know, I know that you've demonstrated a lot of courage in your life in terms of like being in the public eye and always kind of but you always show up. What helps you keep going? What helps you show up in that space?
People. People are my energy.
Ooh, I love that.
You know what I'm saying? I like right now, you'll be surprised of all of this great energy that I'm getting from you. And that's why you're getting it back from me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when people give me their energy, I give it right back.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me alive right now.
Mm-hmm. I love it, man. And you have such a like
that's the shit that keeps me showing up.
That's right. I love it. You keep showing up, man. And it's awesome because being, you know, whether it's you or me or all of our friends that are in the limelight, you always there's so much negativity that's thrown out at us or you or other people, and you get the twisted media and things like that. And it's like, a lot of times it's easy for people, even anybody, to get caught up with what other people think about them, right? What advice would you have for somebody that's worried about other people's opinions or worried about what other people think about them? What advice would you give somebody that is worried about that?
Well, let me tell you one way that I live my life is I mind my own business and I let everybody else mind mine.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. By me worrying about the next person does not pay my light bill. It doesn't pay my gas bill. It doesn't pay my water bill. It don't put food on the table for my kids.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the whole nine. You know, my advice is to focus on your own life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of others.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? For real, because I mean, hey, we all human, bro.
That's right.
We all go through things. You know what I'm saying? And the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? And why should I worry about what you have when I got to worry about of my own?
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why should I worry about what you have? And why should I be jealous of it? Because the same way you got yours is the same way that I could get mine.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my advice to people that focus on other people's lives instead of their own.
I love that, man. Focus is the biggest thing. They say where focus goes, energy flows. And if you're focused on somebody else's stuff, how can you grow your own stuff? How can you grow your own self-esteem if we're living in that comparison, right? I love that. And you know, I know everybody has, and I know for you, through tough times, like there are people, if someone's been through tough times, I know everybody's going through their own tough times. Like everybody's got different levels of tough times at times. Some things are worse at other times. What are some difficulties that you feel comfortable sharing and how you got over them so we could learn from your example of like, you know what, in my life, this is what I learned and this is what helped me get through it?
Well, see, my thing is this. I'm a believer in God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the whole nine. And, you know, I thank him for letting us wake up today so we could have this conversation. There's a lot of people that went to sleep last night. They didn't wake up like we did today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I call us the chosen ones because he chose us to have another day at life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I always put it in God's hands. You know what I'm saying? There's only but so much I can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's only but so much God is going to let me do.
Right.
But there's so much that he does.
Amen.
And I just let him do his thing. You know what I'm saying? And whatever he has in store for me, I just wait around to receive it from him.
I love that so much, man. Thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. And same for me, you know, they have that serenity prayer that I think is so powerful. We say it a lot, but it says, God grant me the peace to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can,
things I can, and the wisdom
to know the difference.
to know the difference.
That's right.
Yes. Yes. And let me tell you something. I had to practice that a lot. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there was a time in my life when it was kind of dark. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, man, you know, peer pressure and everything. You go town and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one of the biggest mistakes I feel that I could ever make in life was experimenting with drugs. You know what I'm saying? I never really been a real, you know, I never done heroin, you know, heroin. I never did like Molly's, and I never was a pill guy. You know what I'm saying? My choice was cocaine and crack and weed, alcohol. You know what I'm saying? And drugs are easy to get on, but they're hard to get off of. It's like alcohol. Alcohol is easy to get on, but it's hard to get off of.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, there was a time when I was sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to turn to God to help him rescue me. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? He helped rescue me. And when he did rescue me, yes, definitely that serenity prayer is one of the prayers that I had to say in practice.
Ooh.
You know, because it helped to keep me away from the things that I was doing to make my world dark.
Yeah.
And if you don't pick it up, you can't get high off of it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The only way you can get high off of it is if you pick it up and use it. You know, so I asked him for the strength to help me not pick it up anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he did strengthen me to where now I've been away from it for about maybe 9 years now, 10 years that I've been away from that.
Oh, congratulations. That's beautiful.
And now I could teach about it. You know what I'm saying? I can teach about the experiences that I went through and hopefully people will listen to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though they'll never actually know the experiences because they don't live inside my body.
Right.
And the only way you're gonna actually know the experience is if you take yourself through that experience yourself.
Right.
Experience is always the best teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I try to tell people, try to avoid that experience. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but there's a saying that I tell a lot of people that never tried drugs before and that want to experiment with it. You know what I'm saying? I tell them, don't try it because you might like it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And it's great that
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
God has helped me. God has brought me a long way.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? For real. And if he can do it for me, he can do it, for other people too. He's done it for other people. And I said, well, if you did it for other people, why can't you do it for me?
Amen.
And you know what? He did it for me.
Ah.
He helped do it for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's my advice. You know what I'm saying? People, man, you know what I'm saying? Who's having trouble of putting down drugs and everything. Hey, you got to turn it over to God. Put it in God's hands.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you want it for yourself, he'll help you get it for yourself.
That's right. That's right. I love that. And it reminds me of the hero's journey. You know, sometimes you take this journey and you got to battle this dragon in front of you. And when God helps you beat that dragon, you become stronger like the strength of that dragon. So now you can help other people do the same thing. So other people listening, whatever your struggle is, that could be the blessing that you could help other people with when you choose to overcome that difficulty. You know, a lot of people, I love that you use your experience to help so many other people and use your platform and say, look, I've been through it and you don't need to experience it. It's not, I've been there, done that. This is how I got through it, and helping so many other people get through it. So I appreciate that a lot, man, because I know people on this podcast are all ages. We have 9-year-olds and we have people that are all ages. And so being able to hear you give that message out to all ages and saying there is a way out, you know, stepping away from the things that are harder to get out of that would be good for someone's life. I really appreciate that so much.
No doubt, fam. Word up.
Yeah, and you know, one thing I love about you, Flav, is your authenticity. You are who you are, and you're going to be who you are, and I love that because I think a lot of times, it's so, in the world, I think a lot of people, you know, whether it's social media or whether it's just trying to feel like we have to fit in when God made us so different not to be put in a box. Right? And so what advice would you give somebody that wants to just be, I know it sounds so simple, but you embody authenticity to me. You just are who you are. You're always being who you are. What advice would you have for somebody like, hey, just to be themselves?
Hey, my advice is this. Just be yourself.
Yeah, simple.
You can't be nobody else.
Right.
Can't nobody else be you either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? You could try to be like someone else, but you still can't be them.
Right.
You only can be you.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my thing is, before you try to be like others, focus on being like yourself first.
That's right. I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God will give you the power to do it.
Yeah. Amen to that, man. I'm telling you, it's so simple the way you said it, but so powerful. You know what I mean? So
hey, but it's all real.
Yeah.
It's all real, bro. It's
Yeah.
all real, Henry.
It is, man. I appreciate that. And, you know, I always say people want the first-rate version of you, not the second version of somebody else. You know? And I think, I think we lost him. Oh, there you are. All right.
Hey, Henry, I'm sorry about that. That was a phone call coming through.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, well, I appreciate that advice, man, because I think a lot of times, especially with social media now, it's like becoming more of like people being afraid just to say what they feel and be who they are. And for me, I think a big thing that I talk about a lot is fear, because I think fear blocks people from being who they are, blocks people from their dreams. You know, it's insecurity, it's fear of failure. Like, what if I fail? What if I'm not enough? There's just like, to me, it's like a disease of fear going on in the world where it puts us in different boxes and different things like that. So my goal is to help people be more free from fear and live in love, like love over fear and freedom. because everybody has a gift for the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I'm going to tell you something about fear. It gets you no place.
That's right.
And sometimes people have fear for no reason.
That's right.
Or people have fear when they didn't even need to have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It depends on how your mind works.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you think, it's going to become yours.
Ooh.
So if you think bravery, you're going to be a brave man. If you think fear, then you're going to be one scared, bro.
Right.
I'm keeping it real.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my advice to people that live in fear, try to reverse the process.
Right. I love that. And I always say fear is faith in the wrong thing. You know, what you have faith in becomes what you have faith in. And for you, you've obviously turned your faith toward God, toward the goals, toward light, toward love, right? And that's why those things keep...
Not only that, but also towards myself, because I do have a lot of faith in myself, too.
I love that. How would someone gain more faith in themselves? What would you tell somebody? How would we build more confidence and faith in ourselves?
My thing is this: you just have to believe in yourself more.
That's right. And
you have to believe in yourself more than others believe in you.
Ooh, I love that. And a lot of times,
if you don't, then you'll never get over it. Mm-hmm. It'll never happen, man.
That's right.
Like I said, the way you think, the way things happen. So think it and it becomes yours. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. So if you think that, then that will become yours.
I love how it's so simple and so powerful. You know what I mean? Like, it's so simple yet so powerful, because a lot of times we're like, we have to do all these big things to make us believe in ourselves. Like, no, if you just decide every single day to put the thoughts that you want in your mind, to put the energy, the love, the words you speak, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're always speaking life. Like, when we're on the phone, you're always just speaking life and energy. You're always saying something positive. You're always focused on, no, we're going to do this. When we were talking about this podcast, you're like, Henry, we're going to do this podcast. We're going to make it the best podcast you've ever had. We're going to, and you're speaking it into existence. And I love that, man, because it's simple, but it's powerful.
And not only that, but I mean it.
That's right.
I want to be one of the best podcasts that you ever did.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And one of the best podcasts that you ever did in your life, I'm honored to be part of it.
Oh, man. I'm honored you're here, man. I'm honored you're here. I love it. Thank you. And I just appreciate you just taking the time to do this and just to share your experience in life, because I know you're in the middle of probably recording a project. You're doing all these beautiful things in the world, and you're creating. That's what you do. You're a creator. You're creating all these things. So I know you take time for the people, like you said. Like, I know when you see people around, you take time to give them love. So I appreciate you giving me love and giving my audience love on this podcast. Appreciate it so much.
No doubt, man. You deserve it. You worked hard for it. So why not get paid?
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And what would you say, like, looking back, if you can give anybody, you know, anybody listening to this, any advice, looking back and saying, you know, if I could leave you guys with this message, what comes to your heart that you just want to share with everybody?
Well, the thing that comes to my heart is to remind everybody, God is first.
Yes.
We're second.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is third.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my thing is this, you know, if you wanted to be treated a certain way, you have to give the treatment a certain way. You got to give that certain treatment first.
Right.
You know, like, I'm not afraid to love you first.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? If I give you love and you don't give me love back, I'm not going to give you what you're giving me. I'm just going to get the away from you. Mm-hmm. And whatever it is that you're giving me, it's going to come back to you. Mm-hmm. Not through me.
Right. I love that.
Not through me. You know what I'm saying? In the whole nine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this. You got to take care of your best friend. You know what I'm saying? You take care of your best friend is going to take care of you.
Yes.
And who am I referring to? Yourself. There's no better friend to you than yourself.
Yes.
You're the only one that you can trust the most. Ain't nobody going to take care of you better than you will. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And the whole nine. So that's what you got to look out for first. Let me tell you something, Henry. You can't give Flavor Flav a potato chip unless you got the whole bag. If you ain't got the bag, you can't give me a potato chip, bro. You can't share that shit with me.
That's right.
Do whatever it takes, rightfully, to get the bag.
Yeah.
Because if you do the wrong thing to get the bag, you can end up losing the whole bag.
Right. That's right.
But if you do the right thing and get the bag the right way, then that will go a very long way. You know, and you got to make it prosperous and make it last you.
I love that.
As long as you can.
I love that analogy, man, because the more we fill ourselves up, the more we can give other people something, but you can't give somebody from an empty bag, right? Or if you don't have the bag. So that's such an amazing philosophy. And how do we become best friends with somebody, right? You speak life into them. You lift them up when they're down, and that's what we got to do with ourselves, right? Like how do you treat a best friend? If you love them, what do you say to them? You don't put them down, you lift them up. So sometimes in our head, we could put our, you know,
and what you do is you give them the best.
That's right.
Give them what you want.
Right.
Do you want the worst or do you want the best?
That's right.
You want the best, don't you?
That's right.
So you got to give other people what you want.
Right. Yeah, I love that, man. Thank you so much. And Flav, what can you work on next? How can we support you? How can people come out and support you? Like, what are you working on? What can we expect?
Well, right now I'm working on 2 TV shows, and also brand new as of last week. Now I'm working on 2 animation projects.
Oh, cool.
You know what I'm saying? And the whole nine. Also, I'm working on finishing up my solo album, and also I'm producing a Public Enemy album that we're going to come out with in September.
Oh, congratulations, man. That's a lot of... I love that. The creative's got to create, you know what I mean?
Thank you, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to keep it going, you know what I'm saying? But my TV shows, one TV show is a court show.
Oh, cool.
Your boy Flavor Flav has became a judge.
That's going to be the best.
I like right now, but when you see me in my robe and my everything, you'll see, oh yeah, Flav is definitely real with it. You know what I'm saying? And
I
the
love
name
it.
of my show is called Flavor of Justice.
Ooh.
Real cases, real people, real everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's going to be amazing.
The show that I'm working on is called Flavor Flav's Vegas, which is my talk / variety show.
Cool.
Like Arsenio Hall.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Arsenio Hall show, you know, like a Jimmy Fallon or like a Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
But Flav is going to be doing it from Vegas.
Cool. That's going to be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, and you got some features on your new record coming up, right? On your solo record. Are you allowed to say what features you have?
I can let everybody know that I did a feature with Snoop Dogg and E40.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but I might have a couple more features that I haven't let anybody know about yet.
Cool. We're excited, man.
Hopefully it can happen.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward. One of my dreams is to do a record with the baby.
Oh, cool. That'd be awesome.
I love the baby, man. I love the baby, G. Yeah,
cool.
I want to do it with him, man. That cat loves some Flavor Flav, bro.
Yeah.
and when I seen him, I went to jump all over him. And when he seen me, he came to jump all over me.
That's amazing. That's cool, because I know you've inspired a lot of, you're one of the OGs pioneered, like, you inspired people, man, just starting off from think about how much has come since you started and since your movement, how much you've influenced in your music, and you continue to do so and innovating. So it's just really cool to know that when you follow who you are and what your passion is and what you're born to do, how much influence you actually can have on people. And I know you've done that for so many people. So appreciate that a lot. Flav,
Thank you, bro.
yeah, Flav, I appreciate you so much, man. Is there any final words you want to give to anybody listening?
Yo, man, the only thing that I can say to people, man, finally, is just good luck with everybody's lives, man. You know what I'm saying? With this COVID-19 that we got going around right now. It's not over. It's not going to be over for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, people got to start returning back to normal. We got to start returning back to normal. Businesses need to start opening up again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the casinos need to start opening back up. Bowling alleys need to open back up because COVID, first of all, ain't going nowhere for years to come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when you're out, wear your mask. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the whole until this COVID thing dies down.
Right.
Until it dies down, we gotta keep taking precautions.
Right.
Otherwise, numbers will go back up. And I would hate for one of us to be one of those numbers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you something. COVID doesn't have a religion to go after. It doesn't have a race to go after. It doesn't have a color to go after. This will strike anybody from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is just keep practicing the social distancing thing, man. I mean, wearing gloves, who cares about the gloves? Because COVID lives on gloves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My thing is, wear your mask, man. You know, just take precautions.
Right.
And everything, you know? And this thing will die down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just wish everybody the best with their lives, their futures, their goals, their families, and all that.
Thanks, Flav. Appreciate you, man. And if anybody listening, if you guys, have any questions or comments, just put them for us, and we'll send Flav all your lovely messages because we got a lot of people listening to us from all over the world. So it's, appreciate your wisdom and your time and your love, man. So much. Appreciate you.
No doubt.
And,
I told you we were going to get this done, bro. That's one thing about me, man. I stick to my words.
I love
that. Sorry about yesterday, though.
Oh, it's all good.
That Memorial Day thing, I had my hands real full.
Yeah.
My daughter with her friends, they came over. She wanted to entertain her friends. So I opened up my house to her and her friends. And I ended up, frying a bunch of chicken. You know what I'm saying? And
the mac and cheese?
My world's famous Flav's fried chicken.
That's right.
Everybody loves, you know what I'm saying? And just had a lot to do yesterday, which was unexpected. So I'm sorry that we didn't get this done yesterday.
Oh, family.
Like I said we were going to do, but I said we were going to get it done today.
Right. That's right. And family first, man. As you said, like life is, life can come and life can go. But what's important in life? It's family, right? God, family, us, taking care of it. And this will come and we could do this another day. So I'm just grateful we got to do it, and everybody listening, appreciate you guys being here and appreciate Flav and Jody for being such a beautiful connector and a good heart. Jody's our mutual friend. And so appreciate you all.
Jody is my lifeline. She's a lifeline.
She is. She's a beautiful soul.
Yeah, she is a lifeline. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man. Jody is like a heart inside the body. Mm-hmm. Without the heart, you ain't living.
That's right. I love that. That's beautiful. Yes, it's beautiful to have friends and people in our lives that are heart and that care so much and that they're coming from a good place. It makes such a difference. And when you got them, we hang on to them the best we can and love on them the best we can and support them, right?
That's right.
So,
word up, G.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for listening.
You're welcome, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on your podcast and the whole nine. And maybe later on, man, we can come around and visit this again. Do another one.
I would love that. That would be beautiful, man. It's such a great. I love how you keep. Just I gotta tell you, like how it's simple and powerful. You could apply it. Like you said it, and I'm like, yes, that's exactly the truth, man. And you've lived it, and it's cool because you've seen. Like I feel your energy. I feel your love. And Jody, literally, we were talking about you, and she's like, man, Henry Flav is love. Like she said, I don't know anybody with as much pure love as him. And when we get to know you, I could feel that energy from you on the phone. The few times we've spoken on the phone, I left uplifted, so I appreciate that. And everybody, I want you to know that, like, you know, it's beautiful to get to know people that you see, that you may see on TV or online or social media, but you get to meet them and you're like, wow, like I have even more respect, more love, more admiration for who they are, because you meet them and you feel their love and energy and you know where they're coming from. So I appreciate that you've been that, and so thank you for that. And
you're welcome, my guy, my man.
And Flav, could you do like just an intro? You could just say, this Flavor Flav, I'm here with Henry Amar on his podcast, and whatever you want to say on that. Could you do like an intro?
But and I'm here on Henry what?
You could just say, you know, this is Flavor Flav, I'm here with Henry Amar on this podcast, and just kind of do like a little intro I could plug in.
What's your last name?
Amar.
Amar?
Yeah.
Okay, no doubt. I got it.
All right.
Hey, yo, check 1, 2. This is Flavor Flav in the place to be. Rocking from the bottom to the T.O.P. Yes, I am. The one that you want to adore. And I'm here rocking with my boy, Henry Amar. Enjoy this podcast, yo. Yeah, boy.
That was the best, man. I appreciate you, man. That was the best intro ever. Hands down. Best one ever, bro.
Yo, I'm glad to be here for you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me
know. Up, man. Get this podcast, man, and shoot it out to the world, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And if I can support you in any way, Jody knows, you know my number. Call me anytime. When I come through Vegas, you come through Utah, let's connect. Love to take you out, lunch, dinner, whatever, and just appreciate.
Same here, bro.
Yeah, if there's
Same
anything.
Here. You said nothing but a word like Johannesburg.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
I appreciate you too. You hold it down, man.
Thanks,
I'll get at you later.
Okay. Thanks, Flav.
All right, you're welcome.
See you.
All
Bye-bye.
right, peace.
You just listened to Making It Happen with Henry Amar.
Subscribe, rate it 5 stars, comment below, and if anyone you know could use this, go ahead and share it. Until next time.